Okay, today we're going to go into an Apple Easter egg, what to do if your iMac G4 display arm is sagging. I have already repaired this iMac G4, but previously the arm would not hold position here, it would just simply go all the way down. The mechanism for adjusting the arm is actually extremely simple and extremely elegant, but it is not documented anywhere in the service manual or anywhere on the internet that I could find. So I think this is the first time that this is being put publicly on the internet. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but the solution is extremely easy, extremely simple, and takes just 5 minutes. If you know what you're doing, I didn't know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and I made a series of errors, which you don't have to repeat, because the solution is really simple. You're going to need a T8 bit. You're going to need a 4mm hex key. I recommend a pair of snap ring pliers. Before I got these, I made a set of these guys on a bench grinder to remove the screws, and a spudger. So first thing you're going to do is take your snap ring pliers and your other tool. Probably two snap ring pliers will do the job best if you want to just get them from Amazon, and you rotate these counterclockwise. Then you take your spudger and separate this all down the line. Make sure you remove both sets of screws here and here. Okay, so once you have the mechanism apart, resist the urge to play with it because it will burst apart and you'll have a terrible time trying to put it back together. I'll briefly go over how I put this back together, but you do not need to take this apart. The adjustment is extremely simple. All you do is you take your T8 Torx bit and loosen the screw. Then you take your hex socket and you insert your hex socket into this pass-through here, and you adjust until this bolt is at the desired setting. This is low tension, this is high tension. Stock, this iMac was set in the middle, and that was not enough tension, so I adjusted this with a hex key, or with the hex socket on my ratchet, until it was at the maximum tension setting, and that was the correct setting. Again, do not mess with this mechanism because you'll have a terrible time putting it back together. If you need to put it back together, basically what you need to do is take the whole thing apart. Basically, after you have everything apart, you want to basically start reassembling it. You want to put this section together, basically put everything together as you see here. The only thing that you're going to need to leave out is this rod here. In order to get it back on, you're going to need to expand this spring here. So basically what you want to do is put a set of clamps here and here, then put your snap ring pliers here, and you'll be able to expand this damper here, and then you'll be able to get it back on. Again, I do not recommend disassembling it, and disassembling this mechanism is not necessary for the adjustment of the tension. Apple never included this in the service manual, and the decision to use these extremely strange screws made it so that it was very difficult to service. Very few people actually know how to do this, but once you know how to do it, the adjustment is very easy, and hopefully this saves you some time and you won't take hours like I did. I just wanted to add that this is an absolutely gorgeous mechanism, beautifully designed, beautifully thought out, very adjustable. It's extremely ironic that apparently Apple service technicians, instead of adjusting this, were told to simply throw out these entire arms, which seems extremely wasteful. But since I have this apart, I just wanted to demonstrate the action. Again, extremely beautiful, very simple mechanism. The way that this works is that as you lower the screen, it puts pressure down on this damper and pulls it back up again. Really a absolutely beautiful mechanism. Hats off to Johnny Ive.